Hey guys, what up? So, yeah, today I'm gonna be bringing you with the first Kerbal Space Program video. Now, there's a good chance a lot of you do not know what Kerbal Space Program is, which is also fine. So that's why I've chosen to speed up the building process. Right now it's just going time state size. In case you do know what Kerbal Space Program is, do not expect us to go off and do all sorts of hardcore things from the beginning. I do not have intentions of doing so, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm willing to do with a potential series here. So yeah, right now I'm just building a space probe. It's just gonna be it's just gonna be an orbit around Kerbal. It's not gonna be a very straight orbit. It's gonna be a bit more eccentric. I'm gonna be making a video another day explaining the different, the lingo of astrophysics, essentially. We're gonna blast off here in just a second, and blast off. Well, I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing on this channel here, but we are gonna find out one day quite soon. I have gotten a couple of different challenges from some of my friends on Skype and Facebook. One of them includes building an interplanetary, but first an intercontinental ballistic missile. Now these things are hard because of course you have a lot of air resistance, so if you're going to be building a missile you're sending from the Kerbal Space launch pad, it's very important for you to find a way to not, have your missile be stopped by the thick atmosphere of, or at least the lower layer of the atmosphere. So it's going to be taking some time editing the CFG files in the Kerbal Space Program to minimize drag. So right now we're just sending the probe up, and yeah, it's not anything special right here. I'm just showing you something a beginner would start doing eventually in the beginning after crashing or exploding a couple of times. Now what's very good in my opinion about Kerbal Space Program is its flexibility when it comes to mods. This is not modded in any way. I just reinstalled my game because I had so much junk in it before. You can basically go on kerbalspaceport.com and install all sorts of great mods, Keyfane, or Keyfane, however you want to pronounce it, Bobcat vehicles, KV rocketry, etc. It's so flexible in so many different ways. It's just, amazing. Another thing which I hope is going to be changed once, but it comes down to computer limitations. It's the size and scale of the game, because Kerbal is not a very big planet. In fact, its equatorial radius is 600,000 meters or 600 kilometers, which is, a diameter of 1,200 kilometers, which is about half the size of our moon. So it's not a very big planetary object, but if you have much bigger planets with our current computer technology, you could expect a bit more lag, or at least some sort of we would have to sacrifice something in the game itself. Yeah, altitude is now 60 kilometers. At 69 kilometers, or at 69, I can't even remember the specific number, but it doesn't matter. 69, 70 kilometers. That's when you hit space. That's where you're not going to have air friction as a factor in your braking speed. We're just trying to reach an orbit right now. We are now, 15 kilometers in space compared to, away from Kerbal. And I do apologize, my commenting skills are not great. Red, he is, a tiny bit better than I am, but he has done some commenting gigs, I've heard, if I remember correctly. Sorry, Red, if I do not remember correctly. Another problem for me is going to be posting lengthy videos because my internet is pure shite here where I live. We do not have fiber net, so I would prefer uploading 720p. I did try and upload my 36-minute NS2 video in full HD, but it failed after 5.5 hours, which kind of pissed me off. 4 o'clock in the morning, so I decided to put it in just HD. And yeah, I'm kind of bottlenecked here, which is not so good. But some videos are going to be posted in full HD, but some are not. This is just going to be a quick video post, so even though it's only 7, almost 8 minutes long, it's going to be in HD just because I want it out on our channel. Uh, I do already appreciate so many of you have already subscribed. 54 subscribers within the first 72 hours, which I think is pretty good. Yeah, right now we are trying to reach orbit. So another good thing is you can time warp because most people do not have the patience to fly to other, moon, or even, other planets, which would take, funny enough, a year, many hundreds of days. Nobody would have the patience, so it's good you can time warp all the way up to 100 times standard, time scale, so 100,000 seconds per second is your maximum time warp, at least in this beta version here. Yep, so now we have come in orbit. It's not a very stable orbit, but it's not going to crash into Kerbal, which is good. I'm just showing the basic principles of the game itself. Other videos are going to be posted of me explaining how, even just challenges, if you guys are up for it. It's just, hey, Mark, would you like to try and see if you could blah blah blah, do whatever. I can try. Yep, we just decoupled from our bigger stage, and we are now directing our solar panels towards the sun to gain maximum power. Sorry, I have something in my teeth. Even though you didn't have to know what I just said. Never mind. I would assume we are just taking